So let's move on to Emauel Navarrete versus Oscar Valdez. This was my favorite fight of the weekend. I can't lie. This is another rematch. Oscar Valdez is an ex-WBC featherweight champion. Emauel Navarrete is a 3-weight champion. He's now WBA super featherweight champion. He actually went up to lightweight to try and win a title there, but got beat by Dennis Baranchek. Yeah, so he went up to lightweight to try and be a 4-weight world champion. He got beat by Baranchek in a split decision loss. Comes back down and defends his WBO super featherweight title, which he still had. And he knocks out Oscar Valdez in the 6th round. But not after a very exciting ding-dong battle, back and forth. Emauel Navarrete is a pressure fighter, comes forward, throws punches in bunches, and he's very good with his shot selection. He doesn't really know about how to defend that well. His defense is good, but you know what I mean, it could be better. I see him taking some flush shots from Oscar Valdez in there. It was a bit mad still, but it was a ding-dong of a fight. Oscar Valdez isn't much of a slouch himself. He's a very good fighter himself. Pressure fighter, boxer, puncher-esque, coming forward. Very fan-friendly fight. This is the type of boxing that pleases me. This is when I like boxing, when I see these guys go in there and just throw caution to the wind and have it out. And they don't take long to have these fights either. They don't take long to make these fights. These fights are made at a drop of a hat, and then they're in the ring having it out. As I said, this is a rematch, and Navarrete won both fights. Oscar Valdez brought the fight to Navarrete thinking that that would win him the day, but Navarrete was prepared for everything. Navarrete is looking a lot chunkier than normal. He's got one of them type of bodies that are likened to Tony Bellew, David Benavidez, those type of guys. They can't really produce muscular physiques, but they do look too big for the weight class that they're in when they're in their lowest weight classes. Like for instance, when Emauel Navarrete was a bantamweight, I was thinking, this guy's way too big for bantamweight. He should be a lightweight. But when he got to lightweight, he was not big enough. And he had to put on a lot of weight, and he looked like a little dumpling. But yesterday, he looked like a bit of a slimmer dumpling, but he still looked dumpling-esque. But it seems like this super featherweight class suits him. He done a great job in there. Lots of punches, lots of entertainment, and he retains his WBO title. So what does he do going forward? I'm not sure. I don't know. I just love watching Emauel Navarrete fight. He's one of my favorite boxers in boxing today. So well done for your win. Unlucky to Oscar Valdez. Your days might be numbered now, my guy. You've done a lot in this sport. You've done a lot. You've done a lot of back and forth in. You've had a lot of wins. My favorite Oscar Valdez win doubles up as one of my favorite knockouts that I've ever seen, when he knocked out Miguel Berchelt in 2021. It was a magnificent knockout. The fight's there on YouTube. Go and look for that fight. Oscar Valdez versus Miguel Berchelt. I expected Berchelt to actually win that fight, and it turned out that Oscar Valdez had other plans, and he knocked him out in the 10th round viciously. Beautiful knockout. But anyway, he's moved on to now lose fights, and now he's in the losing bracket, and he's lost 3 of his last 5 fights, starting with Shakur Stevenson, and now Emauel Navarrete twice. You could still come back. You know, these Mexican donnies, they love it. They love a little ding-dong, a little dust-up. And Oscar is at the championship level, so he may come back. But for now, well done, Emauel Navarrete, for retaining your WBO super featherweight title. And I'll see you guys in the next video.